The softness, the beauty is something that cannot be underrated. Hello everyone, welcome back to another segment. In today's episode, let's dive into African lady who got married to Chinese husband in the Chinese environment. The meekness and the understanding being gotten by a Chinese grandmama towards her daughter is something we cannot be underrated at this moment. You can see that the two lover bears, have full with understanding and living together. They have no other person but they themselves. They have to, do this. They have to understand. And so much thanks to our Chinese grandmama for the opportunity she granted to African lady, the freedom of life, and also how she was so mute enough, for her, for African lady to feel so welcome and feel so at home. African lady saw her Chinese grandmama as a mother. How do you relate to your mother, goes a long way, on how you act to another person. Yes, our Chinese grandmama actually appreciate the fact that our African lady is from another culture and tradition, and she welcomed her with a full hand. She did not distinguish her. The person must be from a language, the person must be from a territory, the person must bring from a lineage, the person must bring from my culture and tradition, just as some persons often do in most African states and in other parts of the world. But she realized that in this world everybody is one, whether black, whether white, whether yellow, whether pink, everybody is one. She had a great understanding and she wants to know more about our African lady and thought she have to, come to this level. As you can see, this is a real character, a character that is, that is so sweet, cannot be hidden. Many persons have noted the fact that our African lady and her husband are not usually together in this love terrain. Well, how do you want them to be together? Should they be holding hands? These are new couples and they are yet to understand themselves fully. Yes, they haven't understood themselves. They are understanding themselves each day as they goes by. They have to understand themselves, and it doesn't just come on a glow. It takes some time and it's a step-by-step procedure. As time goes on, she's actually going to have a full understanding of who she has gotten married to, and he too will have understanding of her. Understanding just don't just come once in a day. They have to is we're talking about different culture, different tradition, different home upbringing, and different states. Wow, this well, it's so interesting. But so much thanks to our Chinese grandmama for filling the gap and also ensuring that our African lady is on good state and she feels so warmly and filled at home. And also much thanks to our African husband, uncle, for also helping out. Well, some people might think that what actually makes her to be what actually makes him to be shy? Why is he not often going with her? Is he not his wife? Why would he allow his mom to take over and be moving around, not showing him what? Well, I think maybe it might be busy. He might be busy in one engagement or the other, and since the mom is free and his wife is free, and the two lover bears, I call them lover bears, and they are going together. So why not? I think they should take the lead, and it makes him more pleased to have them on that ground, doing things and settling more. But most times she wants the movement between only him and his wife. Well, I think also that also should be we be look into in our subsequent edition to bring to you a situation or the scenario where the husband and the wife and the both of them are moved together. Yes, there are many factors that comes in early marriage. There are many factors, and some factors impact marriage, and why some other factors causes damage and everlasting stain to the marriage. So they're so careful how with the on what they're doing. There's an early state of marriage, and she herself being in a new environment after wedding, and also with different culture and tradition, what it means. I think she's brave enough, she's beautiful, and she's very smart, and I think she's actually moving on well in the family. But I think the collision between the husband, often showing a camera, holding her, caressing her, I think that will be done because at this stage now, him himself, he wants to like have a kind of confidence to do that. Some persons actually don't have the confidence most times in the early stage of marriage to move out with their wife or to hold hand or even to talk in public with your wife. Here some persons are so shy to that extent, but as time goes on, he will come out from a show, and then he's going to give us what we want to see. And we also have a comment, though this is not a comment section. In a subsequent edition, I think we are going to treat on comment section where question and answer will be treated, and other vital information will be passed accordingly. So but at least I think we actually going to take the list comments, should I say, yes, comments. And so Saxon was saying that this is so good, and that she's very so relaxed with the presence of our mother-in-law. Yes. Thank you for that. I think you actually see where to have recognized the fact that she felt so relaxed, she felt so safe, and she also felt so secured. Here is very important, secured in the hands of her mother-in-law because of the way she treated her. No, she's treating her so kindly, she's treating her so well, and she's treating her, for her to be free, for her to be welcomed, and that made her to have gotten another mother. Yes, and that she's seeing her as a mother, so that makes it more easier, and that makes the blending and the should I say, yes, the bond more easier, and this brings out to be so much successful. Right now you see that they went to supermarkets to get some fruits. Yes, they have to drive a far distance to get fruit away from where they're staying. So like are there not local fruits in the Chinese environment? Yes, they are, but most times or sometimes they just want to go to should I say, yes, to experience or go to some place to get these things. So as they'll have a stroll, they have a view, and they also have a kind of long bond. Movement itself is another level of bonding, and also the communication, the interaction between she and her mother-in-law counts so much, a lot. And this I think African lady, she's done so well, and our Chinese mama is actually one of the top notch, which we actually are so much appreciating her for what she did. For notwithstanding, you can note that the husband is not present. I think the husband and also the husband father, they're actually at home. Maybe they're doing one thing or the other. As you can see here, our Chinese mama, a African lady, yes, is driving it, and I think she's been taught by our Chinese mama. But unfortunately, what will I say, they are machine got stopped, and they have to call for aid, and then you can see that it did not waste time in coming to pick them up. Sometimes it usually occurs like that. What is not being planned might sprang forth, and you see he came in to rescue them, and then this means of movements have to be done so as the region, since the distance from where to there is not too far again, so you have to apply this method to enable them to reach well, you can see that, yes, this idea, this tragedy, you like, why didn't you follow them? Why didn't you follow the mom and the African lady? Doesn't mean that he married her African lady for the mom. Well, some persons will not want that, but some persons will want that. But notwithstanding, I think he's going to amend, and then he's going to have a kind of interaction, not to make his wife to be missing him the most. Wow. This is where I'll be wrapping up today's episode. I hope you're enlightened on today's package. Please do stay tuned and stay blessed, and always remember, lovelies, stay good for now. Bye for now.